Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Claudia Gonzalez with CV Salons, and today I want to talk to you about highlights and color as a dual service. I am so glad that you're coming back to my channel. Thank you so much for all my followers. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing and liking my videos. This is a Beauty Academy of CV Salons, and today we're going to do the application of highlights and color. So I'm starting off by weaving every 3 inches, I want to say, in between the hair. And if you notice, I'm going to weave on the hair. Okay, I'm not sectioning out and then weaving. No, I'm weaving on the hair. And then I'm going to be applying my bleach. Now let's go ahead and look at this other section right now. You want to skip about 3 inches because this is just going to be a subtle a set of highlights and color. So we're going to take the hair and we're going to weave. You can weave medium or light or chunky. That depends on how thick you want them. And then the next thing you're going to be doing is, notice here how I'm going to go ahead and take that section and I'm weaving on the hair, guys. You don't have to subsection, just weave on the hair, and that's going to be a lot faster. You're going to place that foil underneath, and please don't go all the way to the root. Stay about 1/4 of an inch. Put your bleach on. Fold it 2 times, 3 times. Fold the sides so it seals all of the bleach, and then you can continue with the color. The color application is going to be really quick too. This should not take you any more than I want to say about 20 minutes at the most for the application. And so now I'm going to go ahead and apply the color on the roots. So I'm sectioning off just like I would in any virgin color. And virgin color means you're going to do it from the roots all the way to the ends. And so here I am applying the product, the color from the roots. And I'm going to be running it to the ends as well. So make sure you make small parties in order for the product to completely saturate and completely go over all the roots, especially because my client has a lot of gray. She has very thick hair, and we need to line her roots because they're dark, darken her ends because they're light, and so it's going to be more of a color correction. So I've done my formula, and I don't want to get into the color formulas because I'm going to have a completely other video for color formulas. Right now, I just want you to focus on the dual application. So we're going to process this color at the same time that we're going to process the highlights. And the reason why we do this is because, and if there's a client that wants just a subtle shade of highlights, you know, to enhance the color that they like, or because they have gray. In this case, my client has a lot of gray, so she likes it because it really helps her when the gray is coming out and it camouflages her gray. And so this dual application is very, very popular. Or if you just want to enhance the color and make some highlights pop out, it makes the color look completely different. Do keep in mind the color does not take as one shade. Okay, it's always going to take in different shades depending on your gray, depending if your ends are light, depending if your roots are dark. So it's just a balance of color with different tones in the hair. And at this point, that definitely camouflages all her gray and all of her different tones in her hair. Okay, and we'll get into the color formulas in another video. But for right now, again, this should not take you any more than 20 minutes for the application. Now I'm going to run it all the way to the ends, and I'm going to completely saturate those ends. I would advise that you use a large tooth comb in order to be able to saturate and deposit all of that color evenly through the hair. Now at this point in time, I'm making sure that I'm saturating all the hair, and my client, I already know her hair very well. Okay, but if it was a different client and I wanted to make sure that I'm saturating correctly, then I would use a large tooth comb. We're going to process for 45 minutes. I do advise that you always use a plastic cap. Now this is after the shampoo, the treatment, and the silk. As you can see, we're drying up her hair. 45 minutes later, this is what the color looks like, guys. Okay, it's a very natural color. It's a medium dark brown, and you can see the highlights coming through. It's beautiful. Now the way the toner works for the highlights is you're going to use the same toner as the color, so you're just going to run that color through about 15 minutes before you have to rinse it out, and the highlights will take the toner. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and create the haircut. I'm taking 8 partings here, as you can see. And the reason why I'm doing 8 partings, guys, it's because we want that swing bob. going to be short in the back and long in the front. So you want to make sure you're taking those A partings, okay? I'm going to do a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to lift it up, and what that's going to do is going to stack it, okay? It's going to make that bob look nice and stack. A very easy haircut. If you are already a stylist and you know that what I'm doing here, you can recognize the type of cut I'm doing. If you're not a stylist, then I would advise that you watch my video over and over and stop it when you need to stop it, okay? I'm just going to project all the hair back, all of it into a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to bring it down to a 45 as I'm graduating the haircut, continuing in an A parting. If you notice, all the hair is going to be projected down to one non-traveling guide, and then I'm going to bring it out at a 90 and make sure that I take all of the extra little ends off. All right, and so that's it. That's it. This haircut is super simple, especially because my client already has the shape and she has layers. So I'm not really going to change the haircut too much, but if you wanted just to do a haircut like that, it's simple, it's fast, and it's completely marvelous. So now we're going to go ahead and dry it. All right, remove excess product, and now we're going to go ahead and dry it. Use your fingers to be able to lift the roots, especially when you want a little bit of volume, okay? Use your fingers to separate the hair. Use your fingers to move the hair around in order for the hot air to go in between the strands, especially when you're working with frizzy hair like my client here has frizzy hair. She has very, very thick hair. Notice how we do have 100% coverage, and then the highlights will camouflage that gray. So it's beautiful. It's covered. The haircut's going to look magnificent, and we're just going to do the last touches on blow drying. If you have any questions, any comments, please shoot me a message or leave your comments down below. I would love to find out how you think, what you feel, how you're doing, if the haircut turned out great for you, and so on. I'd be happy to listen to that and also to answer. Now here we're going to go ahead and flat brush first, and I've already flat brushed the hair in order to remove all the frizz, and the last part of it is going to be my ironing. Again, if you're interested in my products, if you're interested in my iron, just go ahead and press the link to my Facebook, CV Salons Facebook. Find me under CV Salons Facebook, and then you can just press the shop button, and it's going to lead you to my products, and I will also leave the link below, so you can go ahead and just press that, and then it'll take you straight to my shop. So here it is, the last touches for the haircut. This is the swing bob with color and highlights as a dual process, which means we did them both at the same time. And now the beauty of this, guys, is that you are doing two products. You're doing two services in the process of one. So yes, absolutely, you're going to be charging double. I always start all of my services that are dual products anywhere from $160 from short hair all the way to $200 medium to long hair. Okay, so it shouldn't take you any more than 2 hours to do this process, and it's just absolutely amazing. Of course, you charge whatever you need to charge because you know what your services are worth. Okay, so if you're going to charge $300, by all means, go for it. I mean, you are worth what you know you're worth. And this service is amazing. I'm going to go ahead and place a couple of silk drops here just to keep the flyaways down, all the baby hair, and to polish my hair, cut my hair color. And that's it, guys. Swing bob, highlights, and color. Look at how beautiful this chocolate color with the highlights look. 100% coverage under 2 hours. Dual process. Any comments, any questions, please go ahead and place them down below. There is my graduation and swing bob. Okay, all right, well, thank you so much for sharing, subscribing, liking my channel, and see you next time.